Good day everybody and welcome to the channel. Thank you very much for watching today. Unfortunately we had a bit of an error. We got a corrupted file, so unfortunately we needed to do all of this all over. But first of all, there's a lot happening on the channel. I think I just want to say thank you very much for all the new subscribers. We are so excited. That will open doors to hopefully new merchandise. That will open doors for us to even work on the EX30 and do some extra things. There's really a lot that we plan with the Volvo EX30, but we are very excited. I think we have last video did very well. That's the Apple Intelligence. We are the only EX30 that actually have used the Apple Intelligence with the new series. And it's exciting, it's really getting there. So thank you very much for all the subscribers. And yes, it literally only takes how many seconds to subscribe, Andre?
It literally takes 5 seconds to subscribe, and you can, like, while you're down there, you can also hit the notification bell to get more notifications when we release a new video.
Yeah, so I mean, we're looking forward to some new things like t-shirts and stuff we are busy working on. We'll be having soon our own store, and with some very unique designs that we are working with. But let's hope, let's all hope and be positive. And what we are going to talk about today is I was in a situation. This was the video that we were planning on to do. For the first time, I was in a situation where I was. To me, it was feeling like I was in the middle of nowhere. So on our channel, channel description, we did say that we are going to do a video about it, and it happened. It actually happened to me. I was supposed to be going all the way to Polokwane, and yes, I mean, I was literally going to a place where I mean, it was very isolated. Funny enough, there was a lot of opportunities to charge, I would say, because of the fact that all the villages I've been to had power. And but it was crazy. It was like when I was arriving there with the car, the people were literally like, the ladies were slowly like eating and they were
staring at you like, what the hell is going on?
And they were like, what is going on? What is this car doing here? So it was, but it was, I don't know, I wasn't really suffering from any range anxiety necessarily. I had Volvo on call. That was a mix of things that were doing wrong there. First of all, it was Google Maps. It asked me for a faster route and a better route. So please, guys, don't accept a route to be very sure what direction you are going. And the biggest thing that makes this even worse is we are going to ask a little bit. Andre here is going to ask us a bit questions about where that we needed to charge and how the charging work. But there is no charges in between. But Andre will elaborate on that even more. So look, Andre is here going to give us the perspective of the public, and then I will come in with the answers and what happened there. So if you can ask us what is the public.
Okay, so a lot of people will ask, is there no charges between Pretoria and Polokwane, even if it is planned for the future?
Yes. Okay, so let's be very clear. Between it's a little bit strange of situation with the charges there. If you travel on the N1, there's no charges between Pretoria and Polokwane.
Okay.
So that's where you need to plan well in advance, and it's not the mission. So if you come like us coming from the East Rand, if you are traveling from the East Rand and you are going to Polokwane, what you will need to do, because you're not having that charging stop in the middle, because that's really just a pickup. You're not going to spend there for hours, please people. Even on a 50 to a 60 kilowatt charger, you will not be spending hours there. But what you will do is, if you don't have a full car, you will then spend a little bit time, let's call it 15 minutes in Pretoria.
Okay.
If you're coming from the East Rand, Then, when you finish with your charging session in Pretoria, then you can head all the way through to Polokwane.
Okay. Okay.
No charging.
So if I was in your shoes, was there an opportunity to charge?
Oh yes, absolutely. So if we do look at the biggest thing is what made my situation much worse is, number one, I didn't have my home charger with me. So it was very important to always remember that. Please, people, you need to take your charger. Even if you've got an extra charger, maybe have your home charger and have an extra one. You guys can have a look at our channel. We do speak about chargers. And have an emergency charger in the car. Always have an emergency charger. It doesn't have to be anything hectic. I wouldn't say you necessarily have to go 22 kilowatts, but go for 3.4 or 3.5 charger then, at least, because then you can have a stop. There was charges in a sense of not charges like public charges, but there was opportunity to charge at garages. Worst case, if you needed to charge at someone's home and ask for a little bit of energy, if it needs to happen, then you can obviously have that scenario as well. But I mean, there was so many opportunity to charge. It was not an issue at all.
Okay. So a lot of villages do not have garages. Okay.
Yes.
And was there a garage in a village to charge?
Interestingly enough, there was. There was one. There was actually one. Look, you do get the no name type of garages there, but they definitely had power. Number one, and secondly, they had an opportunity where you could have, if you had extension with you, you could have asked the manager or whoever's on duty there to give you a charge. And then, okay, if you work with a 3.5, then you probably will stay there about 2 hours. But remember, people, I still had 150 kilometers on showing. But we need to divide that in half, because we are traveling at speeds anything between 80 and 90 or 100 kilometers per hour. So I would have had a stop that needed to happen 20 kilometers before Polokwane. So if you want to make it worthwhile from where I was going wrong, because I was like 150 kilometers completely in the wrong direction. So you will definitely need to charge up properly, like at least a good 2 hours with that volume.
So you were late for an appointment when you arrived in Polokwane. Okay.
Yes.
Was it because of Google Maps, or was it because of the car?
So no, this was absolutely not the car. It was definitely not the infrastructure. This came back to Google Maps, number one, and then secondly, it was planning that needed to be done. I should have gone to Pretoria, all the way to Pretoria, get my 15-minute charge there, and then from there on go all the way up to Polokwane. And keep in mind, I was only having 83% in the back, so it wasn't fair actually on the car, because I didn't fully charge the car when I left the East Rand.
Okay. And as I also understand, there was also an opportunity to charge at the guest house.
Yes, once again, absolutely. There was a window that I could have put my extension through. And I mean, obviously, as I always say, if you do go out, don't necessarily tell the people you're not going to harm the electricity from the guest house or anything like that. But you please take your charger with you, that if you need to stay overnight and you need to fill up, then it means that you don't have to spend money the next morning to go and charge necessarily in Polokwane. But I could have charged at the guest house, no problem.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about Volvo assistance. You gave them a call and they came out to help you?
Yes. I was in a situation where I explained to them what I've got left on the car, and I've realized just to see, I've seen where I've basically gone wrong. I just want to mention this extra, but I did see that if there was a few opportunities in public charging from a little bit further away in the other direction, but then on the end of the day that would have made things probably even a little bit worse, maybe in a sense. But they were very, very supportive. So if you ever get in this situation, rather have something like Volvo on call. If you do not have Volvo on call, we all have got credit cards, or we all have some kind of road assistance. Road assistance, I think most at what, I don't know, 300 Rand per month or something, roundabout with our value here, you're probably looking at three flatbed pickups per year. So you can easily get away with it. Rather have an on-call somewhere. But it went very, very well.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, luckily, we are so happy that you made it home.
yes. But I mean, it was not stressful. It was so much opportunity. Like I was saying, I mean, with so many villages having power and the garages, and I mean, there was a lot of opportunity. And if you have maybe a 22 kilowatt charger, what you could have done is you can take that 2 hours and you can halve it with an hour or 45 minutes, and you could have actually talked to the people around there, because you would have found maybe a 22 kilowatt capability somewhere.
Okay.
So or even a 7.4, that's a 32 amp capability. So you could have really, if you wanted to, you know, ask around, and maybe you get that volume of energy somewhere, and you could have had have a solution there. That's it. But overall, it was hectic. It was crazy, and it was my first experience in the middle of nowhere, and I was literally in the middle of nowhere. But it was what it was, and it all came to planning. And yes, so I mean, it is what it is, and I'm not upset with the car, and I'm not upset with Volvo, I'm not upset with the infrastructure, because that really, you need to charge in Pretoria.
Yeah.
That's basically.
And it was also because of Google Maps.
And it was Google Maps.
Yeah.
That was the biggest thing. Yes. So, look, I hope you guys have learned something today. And like we were saying, it's a middle of nowhere scenario. But look, always make sure you take your chargers with you. If not, have an extra emergency charger, and always know. Plan your route ahead, and it's not hectic planning. It's not at the end of the world to charge in Pretoria, but that's only if you're heading from the East Rand. But we will see you in the next one, and subscribe.